Hi, I'm Kimberly Calderbank. This series, Community Cultures, aims to shine a light on all of the goodness that exists in our community and cities when people gather in support and celebration of one another. Now, during the COVID-19 pandemic, we're doing a little pivot of our own, and we're going to showcase our friends and neighbors. We'll explore small businesses making challenging pivots. We'll look at not-for-profits and charities that are going above and beyond to keep our city humming. And of course, the small grassroots organizations that are making it feel like we're together, even though we're physically apart. This is Community Cultures, Retail Resilience. Hi, Joni. Thank you for joining me today from the Learning Tree. Can you just talk us through a little bit about what your business looked like pre-COVID and your business model?
Absolutely. So pre-COVID, we first of all have sorry, I've got phones ringing in the back here, which is nice to have. So we have a 4,500 square foot store where we have walk-in traffic where we accept. And then we also have a classroom in the back of the store, which is around 450 square feet. So not only do we have supplies for teachers, for parents, for students, but we also offer programming for students too.
So I can imagine then as the COVID pandemic came to Halton, there was quite a shift in obviously people coming to your bricks and mortar store. There would have also been a shift in the classes, and you guys have been doing some incredible things using digital media. So let's talk through some of the things that we've seen. First of all, how have you flipped up your classroom component?
That was the biggest challenge to do because most of the children that attend our classes are ages 4 to sort of 8. So to set them in a Zoom program can be a little bit challenging to keep their attention. And plus all the kids are working at different levels. So it's just was an added challenge. And also parents were getting a lot of screen time with their kids. So we were looking to find an alternative that was non-screen. So what we've done is taken all of our popular programs and we have actually created hands-on learning kits. So every single week, what happens is the families get dropped off at their porch a learning kit. And inside of that, it has instructions for 5 different activities, plus all the materials they will need. And they'll actually get that for 8 weeks. So it's a little different than what we offer in terms of our program in the classroom, but it's a way to take it home and a way for the parents to interact with the children as well.
As a mom myself that is trying to homeschool from home, I feel the pain and I love the program. So thank you for that, because I think it's an incredible way of you to teach or to sort of touch base with your clients and the folks that are coming through their doors.
Exactly.
So Joni, you've got some really great creative crafty ideas as another option for people to still stay connected. Talk to me a little bit about those.
For sure. Or actually our upcoming one is for Mother's Day. We know that can be a challenging time when stores are closed to be able to get out and get a special gift for mothers. So we actually have a kit that we're offering families for $19.99. And inside of that kit, they get a card they can decorate for mom. There's a canvas along with tempera paints. There's some another craft activity about all the special features for mom, as well as a gift bag. And we're actually doing a YouTube video as well, which can give some instruction on how to create the canvas. So the children can do that and get it all packaged up ready for Mother's Day.
And I imagine as we continue to move through COVID as well, we'll see other celebrations pop up and other ways to connect via craft with that curbside pickup that you've been doing.
Absolutely, yes.
Great. I've also seen the word of the day, which I think is a super awesome way to keep kids engaged and energized from home about learning. What is the word of the day? Do you know today's word of the day? And talk me through how that program works.
Absolutely. To be honest with you, I haven't looked at the word of the day for today. I always look at my video once I get home from here. But the word of the day is a great program. It's actually by a company called EBU, and what they have are these engaging, fun, large words. And as we know, young children always love fancy words. So what we do, and Amy does this video with 2 of her children, usually 2, sometimes just the one, to introduce the word of the day and to use that word in a sentence, and then to challenge our viewers to see if they can use that word throughout the day.
So when all of this started and you had to make this quick pivot and obviously some challenging decisions through your business, what do you think about how, from a business standpoint and a retail standpoint as well, what are the things that you're hoping to continue on? How are you touching base with the clients? What is the process that you go through when you started to pivot yourselves?
I think the most important thing is we have such a great rapport with our customers. And when all of a sudden your doors close, it's difficult to continue to offer that support. So we had to pivot to find ways to continue to offer that support, especially in this challenging time, because homeschooling can be overwhelming for parents. They haven't done it before. Some of them are trying to work from home, then they've got children of multiple ages, so it just makes it challenging. So what we have done is we are here at the store and we are accepting phone calls as well from parents. And sometimes that's to give suggestions on resources. Sometimes it's just to give some comfort to say, hey, it's okay if you're feeling overwhelmed. And if you feel you can't, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, just let them know that we're all in this together. Little bits, if you accomplish a little bit each day, hey, you've done a good job, and to realize that you don't have to do everything. So here to offer support too.
And one of the things that I love the most when you come into your bricks and mortar store, and even when you're following you on digital media, is the amount of positivity and sort of the good vibes that you get from connecting with the learning tree. And I'm all about, collaboration and positivity. And I'd love to sort of wrap up and end this interview. Do you have a small story of a family that you can tell us, or sort of positive messaging that you're hearing from the parents that you're connecting with, or the families that you're working with?
Do you know what? I have to say, the parents still want to feel connected to us. We really do have a tie, an emotional connection to so many of our little friends that come in here. So what's been happening is, as we've been doing our Sunday drop-offs, the kids are starting to recognize what time and when we're coming. So a lot of them will be at the door in the window, often in Superman pajamas or or Paw Patrol pajamas, there to wave to us and say, hi, Miss Joni. And, I had a little one that was celebrating his 7th birthday last week and was so excited to see me at his doorstep. So it's remaining that emotional connection to let them know that, hey, we're still here and we will still be here for you when hopefully things to return, or when they do return to some degree of normalcy.
And of course, being a small business and being a local business, that community support and those partnerships are key to keep us sort of feeling normal and moving forward as well. And I imagine your collaborations with your partners as well is really what will help carry you through this.
Absolutely. And you know what, I have to say, the community has been amazing, and we cannot thank you enough. The support that we've received from people in our community, the positive words, the patience when we're trying to get orders to them, it's just been so great, and it's helped us to continue to maintain our positive attitude and our willingness to want to continue to contribute.
Well, I truly appreciate your efforts, as I said, as a mother myself, and the resources that you've provided to us. Thank you very much for keeping positive and upbeat and to making this pivot, because it's really helping all of us. And all the best. And thank you for your time today. I know you're quite busy over there.
And thank you so much as well.
Welcome, Morella from Morella's Ladies Boutique. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today in regards to retail resilience. So thank you for your time today. Thank you. I wanted to start off by chatting about your business model and tell me about Morella's. We know you just celebrated your 25th anniversary, 15 years downtown Burlington. So walk me through all of that really great business.
Well, yeah, it's been fantastic down here. We're really happy to be in downtown Burlington. We have some amazing community partnerships that we've established, and we have amazing clients downtown. So we're very excited to be part of this community.
I love that you mentioned community and partnerships, because ultimately that's what this series, Community Cultures, is all about. And originally we started off as a way to sort of shine a spotlight on what happens when people come together and support each other. And through COVID-19, we're really seeing that right now. So tell me a little bit about when this first hit, how those community partnerships and partners in the downtown shifted and helped to support your business.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I have a lot of friends in the downtown. As you know, I've been down here for quite some time, and we've made some really great friendships, and it's allowed us to incorporate our businesses together. For example, I have collaborated with some of the salons downtown, and we've done a little bit of helping out with bridal parties and brides who have been in the situation where they've had to postpone their weddings, and we have to set them back up for getting new appointments into a salon, getting their hair done, getting their bridesmaids ready. So yes, we've established some partnerships there. With Lisa from Water's Edge Spa, and also I've tried to hook up with some of the other community partners just to get some business and feedback together so that we can maybe send each other our clients. So if I'm having a live fashion show and I want to collaborate some jewelry from somebody's shop, or if I want to add maybe a bathing suit from down the road at Forever Summer, I'm talking to these store owners and seeing if we can promote each other and maybe send each other to individual businesses and help support one another.
I think that's incredible, those partnerships, and sort of you find out where your friends are downtown, and there's certainly a lot of them in downtown Burlington. You mentioned bridesmaids and brides, and we know COVID-19 has really affected gatherings, weddings, certain receptions, that type of thing. If you were a spring bride and need a fall dress now, what does that look like? And what are you hearing from the bridal sort of world and perspective?
Well, it's been a challenge, to say the least. We've had several brides that have had to postpone their wedding a year in advance, some that are going ahead with their wedding. So we're just trying our best to work on those situations in the sense where if the wedding is going to be taking place and they have to have a smaller informal wedding, they are deciding to celebrate maybe a party or some sort of reception in the months to come, which is great. We're very happy for our brides and our bridesmaids, and for the mother of the brides as well. We've had a lot of the ladies saying that they are going to come by and pick up their dresses that they've already ordered, or they're going to come in and get alterations set up for themselves when all this blows over and we do have that ability to have them come back into the store and take care of our clients. So we're working really hard at trying to please all our clients and help them out. And I've been here two days a week just to make it easy for those individuals to come and pick up their goods and put them into their own homes, and then we'll chat with them when they're ready.
We're noticing a lot of people really pop up on digital media and obviously set up Shopify or certain purchasing ways through their website so people can still be purchasing garments and fashion. We've seen great, every Thursday, I believe it is, you're having a fashion piece on Instagram. Tell me about what you're doing and how you're really using digital media to help support your business pivots.
Yeah, as soon as we saw that we weren't going to be, well, when Burlington announced state of emergency, I put my plan into play, and I just decided that, you know what, how am I going to keep myself first of mind, like with all my customers? How are they going to remember me when we do establish a regular routine again? So I thought, you know what, best to just get myself on Shopify, get a page started, start promoting, or start adding all my new garments that are coming in. My spring and my summer have started to arrive. That's why I have been here to receive merchandise and get them ready in the store. And at the same time, I'm doing both. I'm adding them into my inventory, but I'm also adding them on Shopify. I've got that presence there. So if someone does want to get ready for the season or is working at this point and needs some new items in the wardrobe, they have that opportunity to shop on my page. And then I thought the same, like, how else can I promote my business and get people to know, again, where I am, who I am, what I have to offer. So I decided to start doing some live fashion shows and live auctions. So I've had a few every Thursday. I like to do that. It's fun to get that all organized. And again, it's the same thing. It's just getting my products out there to the people that are at home and have the opportunity to have a look. And eventually, if they can't buy now, they know what I have. And eventually they will come in and make those purchases.
Marella, I consider you a business mentor for myself. I know you've been in the business world for a while and you're very, very savvy, obviously having pivoted properly and things are working for you. What advice would you have for other retail businesses, other fashion businesses? What sort of nuggets have you learned or lessons that you've learned through this? And what will you take moving forward on the other side?
Yeah, absolutely. I've learned quite a bit. I've learned to prioritize. I've learned to really set my goals and make sure that I'm teaching the fashion aspect of what I can offer to my clients. I'm learning that I need to keep in communication with all my clientele. I'm making my calls. I'm making sure that all my inventory is up to date. So business-wise, I'm just doing what I would have normally done. Like, I'm not making any changes in that aspect, in the sense where I'm still doing all the work in the background. I don't have the people walking into my boutique, but I'm still doing all the work to keep it ready. And so when it is time to open up the boutique again, everything is into place. So I'm excited. I really want to see the people again. I really want to see them come back into the shop. I really want to get them excited about what I have to offer now, in sense where when they do come in, it's all ready to go and set up. So yeah, I mean, it's been a struggle, not to say that it hasn't. I'm actually working more now than I used to. So with both making my inventory up to date, setting it up on Shopify, doing the videos and the live feeds. And I'm also going to be doing some virtual consulting as well. Right. I decided that every Tuesday I'm going to be doing a virtual consult one-on-one with my clientele. That way, if they do have any questions or concerns about their wardrobe or what to add, I can always be that person to help them out. So yeah, I've got some plans, and I never stop working.
We know that about you, Marella, and we can certainly see, obviously, that the big theme throughout today's retail resilience is communication with customers, and you're doing a wonderful job at that. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much, and wishing you all the best. Thank you, Marella.
Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it, and all the best to you as well.
Thank you. Welcome, Wilma from Crackpot Studios, downtown Oakville. Thank you for joining us today on Community Cultures. Tell me a little bit about Crackpot Studios and what your business model is.
Thank you for having me, Kimberly. I'm very excited to be a part of this. Crackpot Studio was established in 1995. So this was meant to be our 25th celebration of being in business. We have been a part of the downtown Oakville arts scene for so many years. And of course, I've enjoyed myself immensely over the years. We started off as just a pottery studio offering clay classes, and shortly thereafter added in the paintable, they call it bisque, so it's the preformed ceramic pieces. And then we have been offering birthday parties, children's camp, summer camp, March break camp. Anytime there's a day off school, a PA day program, we offer lots of different corporate events, regularly scheduled classes in pottery for adults and children and teens. Yeah, so much goes on in our studio. And yeah.
It sounds like a very busy and bustling business, and obviously having been celebrating your 25th year, you're doing something right in the business world, and congratulations on that.
Thank you.
We've obviously had a little blip in all of our business plans with COVID-19, and one of the reasons why I wanted to chat with you today is about the amazing pivots that I think your business is making. Can you tell us a little bit about what happens when you know you have to shut down bricks and mortars? Talk me through your process of now what?
Certainly. First of all, we shut down right before March break, and it's the busiest week of the year for us, so I had stocked up. I had lots of stock, lots of paints, and when we had to shut down, I thought, oh my goodness, I've got all this stock, what am I going to do? So we started to promote take-home kits. through social media mostly. And I'm really doing well with it. So people can go on our website, order a kit, pay online, and then I deliver. I make deliveries on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So far, we don't have any plan to be firing the objects, but I think I'll be introducing that in the next week or two. We can do curbside drop-off. With Mother's Day approaching, I know that there's a lot of people that are making things for Mother's Day, and it would be nice to have the actual finished product to present as a gift.
Right.
So
I think you've certainly hit the nail on the head with a lot of celebrations coming up. We know weddings, receptions, all of that has sort of had to morph. You talked on March break as well. So the pivot with the celebrations and sort of the goodness that happens within those four walls has really shifted to an at-home. And I think that speaks to families, and probably a big client right now would be families. Talk to me a little bit about the conversations you're having with those parents that are at home with their children making crafts.
Yes, a lot of the parents are thrilled to be able to do this with their children, as it provides an interesting activity for them during this time of lockdown. And we've had 3 families now doing virtual birthday parties. So they buy enough items for the children that are going to be participating in the party, and they do it virtually. So that's nice, because it's kind of sad when a young child isn't able to celebrate their birthday the way that they normally would.
I think you started off the conversation by talking about being downtown, and you've been there for 25 years. We often talk about how it's our partners and our friends and neighbors within our communities that help lift us and get us through things. Can you talk to me a little bit about the partnerships and the friendships you've created within the business world, and how that's really helped you pivot as well with your business?
That's a bit of a tough question. I'm a bit of a loner. I'm a unique business, so I don't really, I'm not, in clothing retail or a restaurant or anything. I do support all the downtown businesses as best I can in terms of buying things when I need them. But for the most part, I'm a bit of a unique business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people sometimes don't quite understand it.
Yeah, I think the model is really interesting, especially when you could come in and paint and then you're coming back. So there's always that double touch point. And now obviously with COVID, it's almost a 3-step process, really, right? They're ordering, they're getting their product, and then they're having it delivered potentially post-COVID, or when you do figure that out. So again, to me, that's your community, the folks that you're working with that are buying the supplies for you. Being that you've been in business for 25 years now, and you are celebrating, you obviously have some lessons that you've learned along the way, especially through COVID-19. What will you impart on your business moving forward from a lesson that you've learned as you morph through this challenge?
A lesson that I've learned, just remain positive. No matter what goes on in life, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I think most businesses can pivot somewhat. As one of my staff members said, I didn't pivot, I pirouetted.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
And just try to remain positive. Help one another if we can support one another as small businesses downtown. I would like to see a little bit more of that, perhaps, and maybe I can get involved a little bit more. But just being there for one another, helping, is certainly what I've gotten out of this.
And we know you're obviously selling your kits through your website, and I've checked out your digital channels, and you're using digital media really as a way now to touch point with your customers and consumers. Can you tell me a little bit about how the digital world has really helped you sustain your business as we move through this?
It really has sustained my business. Up until now, I wasn't really that involved with social media. I had a lot of my younger staff members look after that on my behalf. But there are no staff members there now, so I had to kick my butt into gear. And without social media, I think it would be a dire situation. It's really the only way to be able to communicate with people. And we took our existing system that we had, which was just basically for online booking for courses, classes, workshops, and we just changed it a little bit to make it more like an e-commerce site. And it's working. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's working.
I think it's very obvious that you've made a very graceful pirouette, Wilma, at Crackpot Studios. So thank you very much for expressing to us the lessons that you've learned and obviously taking the time out of your day. And as a mother, providing crafts for us at home while we entertain our young family members. I appreciate everything you're doing, and we wish you best of luck as we come out on the other side of the new normal.
Thank you very much, Kimberly.
Thank you, Wilma. Small business are really having to make some challenging pivots as we move through COVID-19. We've heard 3 incredible examples of strong business leaders as they've used their pivots. And what we see through all 3 are the connections and the communities that they're relying on and working together with to ultimately get to the other side. We also see a great link in digital media and how folks are reaching out to their clients and consumers and keeping that dialogue going. Thank you for your time today. This is Community Cultures.